If you're looking for a truly wireless backup camera system that also includes a tire pressure monitoring system, Haloview just unleashed the BT7 TPMS Solar. I'm going to show you all of that on this episode of Roaming with Rosie. Hey Roamers, it's Jamie back at you. What we got going today is we're going to be talking about Haloview's new BT7 TPMS Solar. So basically what it is, we did a video on the last TPMS system that they had from Haloview. We've been using that. It's been fantastic. We really like it. They've reached out to me and said, we'd really like you to test out their new Solar. So basically, the difference is the current system that we have has a backup camera that works off of a magnet, but I have to go up, physically take it off and plug it in and charge it. With this new system, they include a solar panel, so you won't have to be doing that anymore. You still can, so if it's cloudy out and you're not getting any solar, you can still charge it through, plugging it in and you're inside of your RV. But for most of the time, unless it's dark and cloudy like you're in Alaska and there is no sun, it's just going to be solar charging. So as you're going down the road or your RV just sitting there, it's going to be charging that camera up. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over what's included in the kit. First thing is, this is the new camera that they sent us, which is the solar charging camera. And the reason on the last system, I used the I think it was BTC 126, which is kind of similar. It has a magnetic plate here and a magnetic plate there. But like I said, you had to pull it off and physically bring it into your RV and charge it. Because this is solar, I won't have to do that anymore. The reason I wanted that is because on this RV, the back of the RV, there's really no way to really want to run a line from underneath to have a continuous 12-volt line run all the way up to where the camera was. So they sent me out the BT 126, so I didn't have to do that. But this one, I won't have to go up there and pull it down every time we go on a trip and recharge it up. It's just going to stay up there and charge. There's a couple different ways this thing can mount. The way I had it on with the other camera on the RV, I had it on the back and it was sticking off the back of the RV like that. I think what I'm going to do on this setup, you can also stick it on the bottom. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount it on top of the roof, in the very back of the roof, and have it facing down. So that's going to work out really well. The other thing that comes with that is obviously your antenna. The other things that you get the 3M adhesive mount for mounting your monitor, or you can do the suction type. These are basically your wire connect, kind of like zip ties, but they got adhesive on the bottom for when you run your wire for your solar panel. So they include those. The other thing that they normally would include would be 2 signal boosters. Being that I already have the other TPMS system, I told them I don't need the boosters because I'm not going to change those out. And the other thing that it normally comes with, it comes with 4 tire pressure sensors. So you'll get 4 of those that is included in this system. I've already got all those installed in the RV. I'm going to have to reprogram them because I got a new monitor and it works a little differently than the other one because of it being solar. The connections that they come with, this is obviously for charging your camera, so you could plug that in if you had to. There's also this wire here is basically, this stays connected to the camera, and this is an adapter so you can plug it in and charge it through 110. You also get a Type-C connection, that's for your monitor. You also get a cigarette lighter connection if you need that to be able to power your monitor. And then this is the wire that goes from your solar panel to your camera. So they include all of that. The solar panel actually has the wire on the back with the connection that goes to that. And then on the back of the solar panel, it has a little thing just like the camera does. And they include this for sticking this on top of your RV. And that goes like that and holds that onto your roof. So they include everything to be able to set this up. And then just like our other system had, it had the 7-inch monitor. The only thing different about this one is This has basically a couple different options, being that you have this solar camera. It has a setting where you can set it so that as soon as you power this up, the camera is going to get turned on. So you don't have to go up there and turn the camera on. You don't have to press the power button. This will automatically activate it. The other thing that it does, it also has, say you don't want to really use your camera for continuous as you're driving down the road. You only want to use it for when you're backing up. It has a setting in there where you can turn it on and then it'll automatically shut off after 120 seconds or 240 seconds. You have your option of whatever you want to set that to. So those are really some really cool options you have with this, and that's the reason why I'm going to have to be changing out my monitor, because of the way that these two things communicate. So I'm going to go over the monitor here a little bit. On the left hand side here, we have our pairing button, a light sensor, and the slot for your micro SD card. And then on the right side here, you have your power button, your Type-C connection, and then also your DC connection. On the front, there'll be a power indicator light, basically showing that it is on and active. And then also on the back, it also has a speaker on this side here. The system comes with 4 of the tire pressure sensors. On our setup, we basically have 6 on the RV itself and 4 on our tow vehicle, so we're running 10. The system can handle up to 32, so that's really great. Say you had multiple trailers and you had them set up, so you could be towing one trailer and then not having to switch out sensors or whatever. We've been using it for, I don't know, probably 7 or 8 months now. It's been fantastic. It's really great. The sensors work out really well. If you've never used a tire pressure monitoring system, basically what it does, you set parameters for where you want your tire pressure to be, an upper pressure and a lower pressure, and then also a temperature. So if your tire gets too hot, it's going to set it off and let you know, hey, your tires are getting really super hot. You may want to pull over and let them cool off. And then as far as the tire pressure, especially in the front of a Class A motorhome, you don't want your tire pressure getting too low, because low pressure is usually the reason why you have a blowout, especially in the summertime. So that's a good reason to have a system like this. So first thing we want to do is we want to get our monitor up and going so we can pair our cameras before I take the camera back and put it up on top of the roof. So I already have my mount from my previous monitor, which is the same exact mount that they send you. So I'm going to put that on here, and then I have my DC cable that's already ran. So that's going to power my monitor. So I'm going to plug that in, slide this in and mount it, and then I can tighten this up, and that holds it into place. Okay, so I just powered it up, and my camera just came live. So now what we're going to do is we're going to pair the camera. I want this to be on channel 1. So what I need to do is go here. I've got it set for channel 1. I'm going to hit the pairing button on the monitor. I'm going to turn my camera on. And then I'm going to hit the pairing button. So we have it. As you can see the camera's working now. So we have that one paired. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pair my front-facing camera, and that's what this is. So I got it on channel 2 because that's what channel I want it to be on. I hit my monitor, I go to that menu, I hit pairing, and then I hit this button on the camera. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so now what we got to do is we got to mount the rear camera and also the solar panel. So the first thing I'm going to do is mount my camera, and I'm going to mount it basically right here. So what I need to do is clean that area so we get good adhesion when we go and stick it down. So I'm going to spray some glass cleaner, and then there's the 3M side where you can see where the adhesive is. So I'm just going to pull that off. So as usual, you need a razor blade to get that red backing off of the adhesive. And you want to make sure you're putting it where you want it, because once you get it down, you're done. Now once you have this stuck down, obviously you can take this off, but you can adjust the camera how you want it. Now this end here, you can kind of tell it's got the little holes in it, and then it's got that notch. That side goes into the camera, so you just want to line it up, and it goes basically right there. So I'm gonna take the camera off so it's easier to screw on. So I just line that up and thread that on there. So that's connected. And just put that right back there like so. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna mount it right here. Now they were smart. See how they pull tab on this one? The next thing I want to do is use my little things for my wires. So these basically are going to go like so, and give myself a little bit of slack. There we go. All right. And there we go. Got our wire all tight. This is mounted down, the camera's mounted down. Next thing we need to work on is programming our sensors for the tire pressure monitoring system. Okay, now we need to set up our tire pressure sensors. You're gonna need a separate power source, 12-volt power source, to be able to run your monitor, because you bring your monitor out with you when you're setting your sensors. So I'm using the Type-C connection, and I just got to turn this power on. So before you screw your sensor on, they include these little lock nuts. You want to put those on first onto your stem here, so thread those on first. So you thread them all the way back, and the reason for these things is when you put your sensor on there, you loosen it, you draw it back towards the sensor, so it's like a lock nut. One, it helps it so this thing won't accidentally unthread by itself, and two, it also helps with theft. So when we hit our screen, we want to hit the TPMS button and then hit it down there to be able to program it. And then I'm going to start with my passenger side. So I'm going to hit that, then I'm going to hit auto learn. It's waiting, and then I'm going to screw my sensor on. Okay, so it's got my tire. Right now I got 89 psi and the temperature is 77 degrees. I'm going to show you later where I actually want these at, but what it does automatically, it's going to set your high pressure at 120% of whatever your tire pressure number is, and it's going to set your low at 85% of what your tire pressure is. So when I go in, I'm going to actually change that, and I'll show you how I do that. But what I'm going to do now is continue on with all my sensors, get those all put in, and then I'll show you how to change those numbers to put them to where you want them to be. Right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on the car. So I'm going to call that T1, and I'm going to be on the passenger side front. So I'm going to click that. Then I hit auto learn. It's waiting. Put my sensor on. Says I'm at 31 psi and 78 degrees. So I've done all 10. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go inside and I'm going to show you how you can adjust these numbers to the parameters where you want them to be. Now I'm going to work on the tow vehicle. So I'm going to do the passenger front. I got that highlighted. Right now it's saying the high should be 37, but I want my tire pressure to be 35. So 120% of 35 is 42. So I want to highlight that, and I want to go back and then hit 42 and enter. Now if you look at if we go to the driver's side, it's got the same setting. Now we want to go and do the rear. I'm going to click on that. I want to hit that, delete that, hit 42, and enter. So now I need to set my low pressure for that, Right now it's set at 26. 85% of 35 is 29. So we got rid of the 6, we just hit the 9 and enter. And now if we look at this side, we got the same readings. We go to the front. I need to change the front. I haven't done that yet. So I want to go ahead and hit that. I want to delete the 6, hit the 9, and enter. And again, I got the high temperature at 158 degrees. Now that we have everything set, I've went back to the main screen, and you can see about every 5 seconds it's going from one tire to the next, and it's telling you what the readings are. So the PSI is just, oh, let me go back. The PSI is the front part, and the temperature is the rear part. So like right now, it's on the passenger side of the driver's side of the motorhome front tire. And you see how it flashes, and it basically tells you, and it does that the entire time. You can change how you want that to look, but when I saw how this was, that seems the easiest to look at as you're driving down the road. And then the other thing I wanted to show you is, if we go to channel 1, and that's the view that you get. It's really crystal clear, and it's really a nice view. It's a 1080p. So you can see your tow vehicle or your trailer or what have you. And then also you can see off to either side, if you're driving down the road, you can see what's kind of going on behind you. Basically, this view is the same as the view we had on the prior system, the prior TPMS system. But the one thing that I really enjoy about this now is I will no longer have to climb up on the ladder, get the camera, bring it down and charge it up. The solar, that solar aspect of it is a total game changer. We have all the sensors programmed. I got my settings where I want them to be. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook this back up onto the dash. We'll show you firsthand how it works as we're driving down the road.
Most motorhomes come with a backup camera. We felt that was really inefficient. Like right now I'm going to check signals, and Jamie will be able to see me checking them. Prior to that though, we used a walkie-talkie, which works, but this is, you don't have to get the walkie-talkies out if you just have a rear-facing camera that's on. So how do you like the camera?
It's nice. It works really well. You didn't have to plug it in to charge it or anything.
Right, you didn't have to climb up and down, up and down.
Right.
So it got the charge. Even though it was cloudy yesterday, that didn't matter. It got enough of a charge.
Yeah.
What are you looking at on the monitor? Is that both vehicles, this vehicle and the tow?
That's showing the tire pressure for both the RV and the car.
So is it just showing the maximum?
No, it's showing what it is currently right now, the true temperature and the true PSI. Now just for full disclosure, Haloview sent us this system out for free for us to do a review video and also do an install and tell you how we feel about it. Our obligation is to you, our viewer, and also our subscribers. That being said, you're seeing this video because we wanted to show you that Haloview's new BT7 TPMS and new solar power backup camera is another game changer for Haloview. You might remember in 2024, our prior motorhome was totaled due to a rear tire blowout. The system we had prior to Haloview had failed us. A better tire pressure monitoring system was high on our list of priorities when we purchased our new motorhome. Now it's even better with the solar-powered backup camera so that I don't have to climb up and recharge that camera any longer. To thank you for using our affiliate links, we have a discount code that you can use to purchase your Haloview system. You'll find it in the link of the video description, or you can also find it on the Roaming With Rosie website. We really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you found it helpful, we'd really appreciate it if you'd share it with your friends and family on social media. And if you're not yet a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so that way you'll be notified each time we upload a new video. And don't forget to leave a comment, that way you could be part of the conversation. Until next time, we'll see you.